Is the FIFINE Tank 6 with the USB mode, and I will go ahead and let you guys know that the gain in this is probably going to be normalized in my editing software, obviously, but I got it around like 46, 47, I would say percent on the knob, or wherever, very close to 50%, somewhere around there. But yeah, this is the way it sounds, and obviously you can hear obviously probably some background noise as well, because I got two PCs over here, and just any kind of other ambient room noise or wherever. And I'm just going to rub on the desk and everything, and I'm going to tap on the sides of the microphone and all that stuff so you guys can hear that, as far as like if you're using this with USB. But again, if you have a decent microphone boom arm, I'm using the BM88 right here in black to hold it. So as long as you're not touching and doing too much or wherever, any noise like from handling noise is going to be perfectly fine. I see people be compulsive mic touchers and microphone boom arm adjusters and stuff like that, and then they complain about the noise bleeding in and handling noise and stuff on microphones. And it's like, if you just did something else, like get something fidgeting to play with or something like that, as far as like touching, like there's no reason to sit there and constantly touch your microphone and adjust it, as long as you have it in a perfect spot. I'm somebody who likes to talk a lot with their hands. Obviously, when I do my videos, you probably see it a lot, and I'm somebody who moves around a lot as well. I have mental issues and everything, so I get it. But just stop touching your microphone and then you won't have to deal with the handling noise. But obviously, overall, I think the sound of it's really good. I feel like this is probably the best microphone that I own currently. I do have stuff like the Beacon microphone right here, as well as some other microphones. But if you don't need software, if you already have some kind of software out there that's going to EQ your stuff like OBS, and you have free plugins and all that stuff, and you don't need, USB, or even if you're using USB and you still have ways to EQ microphones and everything to get really good audio, I mean, this or the Tank 1, you know what I'm saying? The Tank 1, like I said, is just XLR only, and that's all you care about, then go with that, especially if it's on sale or something like that, and you already have like a Beacon Studio or something, like I said, that's going to be able to boost the clarity, not clarity, but boost, I would say, the presence a little bit more. Then go ahead with that. If you have something like the Wave XLR, where you don't need to EQ too much or whatever, because of just how it's set up and everything, and this already by default has a higher clarity as far as the stats and the capsule and all that stuff, just based off of reading and research, then go with that. And again, that's not a knock between two microphones. It's just this microphone sounds a little bit brighter and a little bit more presence heavy than the Tank 6, and because the Tank 6 has the low cut filter and presence boost, you know what I'm saying, built in, so it's going to have the difference in quality there. But it's, when I say quality, it's not like one's better than the other. It just depends on the like literally the interface that you're going to be using, the XLR interface. That's why I said, if you have something similar to the Beacon Studio, then go ahead and get the Tank 1, because it's going to work in tandem with those a lot better than something like the Tank 6, which you would have to do a lot more EQing and all that stuff, because it's more presence heavy, as far as like being a little bit lighter to your tones. So for me, somebody who has a deeper voice or something like that, the Beacon Studio with the Tank 1 is going to be the better option. But if I was going to have, let's say, my wife or somebody else who doesn't have a deeper voice like I do, then I would get them the Tank 6 with like the Wave XLR. That's just what I'm trying to say. With all that being said, let's go ahead and...
If you're looking for a way to make your setup look or sound more professional, this is something I'm really confident in recommending. I wanted a high quality microphone, the kind that normally only come with the XLR connection, but I don't have an audio interface yet. So this one was that perfect compromise, because it came with both and it was a fraction of the price of some of the competitors out there. It's really good at picking up some of the deeper and richer notes in people's voices without picking up the hum of an untreated room like this. And it's pretty good at isolating sound, so as long as it's facing you, you'll be okay. But it won't work like this. So even though this is an untreated room and there's a lot going on in the rooms around me, you can only hear my voice. You can also monitor your audio at the same time, which is a really rare feature at this price point.